It's time to electric.
Like an earthquake when you guys sit down.
How you doing tonight, everyone? Welcome to the Electric Wind Podcast, number 4.
Quattro.
Yeah, I'm joined by my extra special guest, Jet 3000, and also our regular guest now, Snappy As.
I'm a host, not a guest. God damn it. Anyways.
Well.
Hey guys, what's up?
Hey, what's going on?
Hey everybody!
Hello!
Yeah, so it's been a pretty interesting week. A lot of good things have came out since the Super Bowl, a lot of good trailers, and we're going to go over some interesting stuff tonight.
Yes.
So,
interesting
first
stuff.
thing we're going to go over is what we got new this week. Did you get anything new this week, Jet?
Oh, I'm glad you asked. Let me look at my list of things I got to do. Oh man, totally not ready for this. Alright, I'm good. I did not. In fact, I did the opposite. And I got rid of something old. And I sold a toyworld Dinobot combiner. It's a piece of shit. I hate it. It literally gives me the most stress out of all my stress over all my Transformers. You've seen me fiddle with him.
Yeah.
Like the Dinobot combiner that legs fucking fall off.
Yeah.
It takes me forever to stand him up. I know I could. I ended up super gluing Snarl, one of the legs, onto the limb. That way it could be stable. But anyways, I still sold it, and I had conflicting thoughts about it. Yeah, because it's a rare toy, really. It's toyworld is out of business, so.
What made you get rid of it then?
Money.
The best reason.
Cash. Greenbacks, man. And you know what? Good riddance. Good riddance. Zeta Toys is actually coming out with. We'll talk about that later.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I got rid of that, and I didn't get anything else new though.
All right, just a quick break.
What?
What time is it?
Electric.
No, it's time to.
Hey,
electric.
what's going on, everybody?
Heyo.
Welcome to the 4th Electric Wind Podcast. I'm joined by the extra special guest, Yasmin.
Yeah.
Also known as Snappy As.
Hello.
And my good friend and co-host.
Co-host, yes. Hey, what's up, everybody in the internet world? Welcome back to the couch of the
Conundrums.
podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a lot of interesting things happened this week. Super Bowl, lots of good trailers came out. And we're going to be reviewing some of those things just for you.
Did you watch the Super Bowl?
No.
You didn't watch it? I didn't either.
Nope.
So,
You say it so judgmentally. You didn't watch it? I didn't either.
Oh yeah, I didn't put any game notes on there, so we can talk about anything if you want, game-wise.
sure.
Yeah.
We'll just
Like
bring
after-
it up as we...
yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no, not a fan of the Super Bowl, but I did like the trailers that came out. So, of course, I was looking forward to certain ones like Avengers, but we'll get into that a little bit. What about new stuff this week?
Anything new with you?
Who, me?
Yes, you.
Who's that? Okay. Did I get anything new? I did not. No, I didn't get anything new, but I did sell something, so I did the opposite. I sold a Dinobot combiner, a Transformers, made by toyworld. And this thing, I've had it for a couple of years now, and it's a piece of shit.
No.
It's great. It looks great, and I really like it. If there wasn't any other better Dino combiners, this would be design-wise pretty top-notch. But no, I got rid of it. It's floppy. It can't stand. I had to super glue Snarl, one of the legs, onto the limb for him to actually be stable, and that motherfucker stressed me out so much. Like, you've seen him. Like, you remember him now.
Fails to fall in pieces all the time. It took you
But
like
yeah,
15 minutes to get it set up.
and I was really conflicted on selling him, but
Well, tell me, Jet. Why did you sell it?
oh, well, for money!
What else? Money makes the world go round.
Oh, very
Alright,
nice.
and that's all. So I'm glad I sold him, and, fuck it.
How many millions did you make off of it? Or can you not share
I
with
will
us?
not share that, because,
$5
let's just say, like,
million.
2 Benjamins, and that's about it.
Okay. Secrecy maintained. Very
Secrecy
good.
maintained.
Awesome. Did you get anything new this week? Snappy?
Nice.
Stress
Stress?
from
Yeah.
school. That's about it.
Yeah.
That's every week, though.
Hey, you were on last episode, weren't you?
Was I?
Yeah! How's the
I
cat
was.
doing? How's Mome?
Oh, so
Is
she
there-
actually. Okay, so she actually jumped out while Suchi was like in the living room, and he just stared at her.
Oh,
She
okay.
stared back. She walked across the living room. He didn't do anything. She walked back, jumped back, and we're doing good so far.
The Wild West.
Almost. I almost want to record that now. Put the
Mm.
music.
Oh, too good.
So, what about you, Judo? What did you get?
No, I didn't get anything this week. I know, man. It's like I'm behind.
Well, we didn't get much this week, but we did.
We got friendship.
Alright, we gotta re-record.
Then before you leave,
Take 3.
don't close out the video, please. Just kidding. Actually, entertainment-wise, I started watching a new series. New series.
I just imagine our opening song to be like all this happy, cheery friendship stuff.
Oh yeah. Okay.
You know, millions of people are not watching me, so don't worry.
Yay!
Yeah.
I always wanted
Just
millions
our
of people to
closest
not
friends.
watch me.
All right. So,
What's
yeah,
up, Frankie?
Definitely, entertainment. Entertainment this week.
Entertainment, yeah, we saw a few things, right?
Yes, we did.
I can't remember them, but if you can recall, I'll recall
I
them
can
for you.
recall. The excellent show, Black Mirror, if you haven't checked it out. They'll probably like a weekly plug, at least from me, but we watched the episode called Archangel.
I thought Black Mirror was about a horse.
A horse?
Get it? Black Mare?
Man, you left my joke earlier and then you pulled it out. Get out of here!
I'm sorry. Yeah, Archangel.
I'm beyond that right now.
What was that about? Please tell us.
Well, the particular episode was called Archangel, and it's about a parent who's willing to implant the latest technology of the time into her child to basically monitor the child at all times. Now, of course, this is done with good reason, to prevent the child from getting lost and have basically 24/7 awareness of the child, but Black Mirror always does an excellent job of showing you the dark side of your conveniences. And we actually happened to experience it this week with our special guest here. What did you think?
I loved it. It was really good. So, I don't know, should I give spoilers?
Yeah.
Very high, very high.
You can skip it if you don't want to hear it. So, part of the technology in the little girl's head, whatever, they inject something in her head, and it can blur out things that give her stress. So say like she's a little like 6-year-old, whatever, when it happens, so there's like a dog barking and it blurs out the sound, you can't hear anything, and so it doesn't give her any stress, it doesn't upset her. But that progressively, it plays out in the end when she, go ahead.
Yeah. Imagine being closed off and shut off from all the horrors of the world, and then finally the curtains lift, basically, without giving too much.
Right.
And how far a mother will go to protect her child. And it's kind of funny. I don't know, maybe it was funny because you made fun of it. It was Jose's comments that made
All
it
that
funny.
trauma she went through.
Cheating! She's cheating! Yeah.
Yeah, basically, it's another very well done episode. If you've watched any of their shows, they always know how to make you think and make you question or not. Do I really want this convenience? Because I've seen how it can be used for the dark side. So check it out if you have not already. If you have watched different episodes, you'll realize that every episode makes you wonder, should I embrace this technology or not?
Right, it does actually. A lot of them, you can put yourself in that position, find the pros and cons of. I really like the memory recall. The
That
memory
was so
recall
good.
one. Yeah, that was cool.
That's probably my favorite so far.
Yeah. But yeah, Black Mirror, that was a really good episode.
Oh yeah.
I still haven't seen all of them, so definitely will be.
And I can't see all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, she doesn't like gore.
Not
she doesn't
at
like
all.
blood, so.
I mean, there's a certain level I can take, but
He was a good vice president. What was wrong with him?
oh, so that was just sad.
Mm-hmm.
That was upsetting.
Okay, no gore. No gore for our special guest. Okay, so we also saw a new video on YouTube, and I love these kinds of things.
I hope we can cut some of this in too.
Oh
Like
yeah.
The Fei Long.
So somebody took a project that came out, Street Fighter cartoon, back in the 90s.
Oh.
And they basically spliced together all the senseless scenes into like one long montage. And it's called Street Fighter Stupidity.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Oh my gosh, it is amazing. Like so many horrendous. Oh,
That show was
Horrendous
so
art.
bad. It was so ugly.
so ugly.
Very ugly.
But it was so good. We got a lot of good memes from it. The Bison's, yes, yes, whatever he does. Yeah.
Yeah. And then just strangely awkward scenes where Guile is just staring at you,
You can
and
shake
then his eye pulses out, and then his eye pulses in, and then his eye pulses out,
Oh, that's
and
right.
then his eye pulses in. And it stays on screen
I don't
for
know
like
which. I don't know which is
8
the
seconds.
funniest.
Oh man.
I like the one where DJ, instead of ducking under the gun or whatever, he comes out of the elevator and the animators just shrink him.
Oh yeah.
Yep, they just shrink.
They
him.
just
He's
shrink
like
him
not
and he's
even
just
a
running.
quarter.
Yeah. It's
Quarter
weird.
size.
It's like, oh, it's too much trouble to draw a proper crouching animation, so we're just gonna shrink him.
But yeah, that was pretty funny. I need to watch that whole series really.
Yeah,
I've only
you need
seen-
some
I mean, if you want to
laughs.
waste your
I-
life away, go ahead.
Yeah, no, it's good. So, actually, it's pretty good because years ago I started watching towards the end. They had a lot of Akuma, and especially back then, before Street Fighter V came out, any kind of backstory with Akuma, even as stupid as the show, it still wasn't that bad. They still portrayed Akuma as the demon sucking monster warrior thing, but I don't know if he really did all that.
Yeah, I wasn't so sure he had the ability to shoot red saran wrap on people.
Yeah. But it was still pretty cool though. It's worth a rewatch definitely because of how bad it is.
Yeah.
We also saw Mortal Kombat 1.
Oh yeah. Mortal Kombat Stupidity.
Yeah, that was kind of
Same. Not as good.
That
as
was good. It was
Stupidity.
just
No.
yeah, it wasn't. I don't know. I probably wouldn't rewatch that show.
Yeah. But also, going back to Netflix, Altered Carbon. Ooh. This has been my latest guilty binging pleasure. I don't know if you guys have seen any. I know you
I
heard
heard
a
it.
little bit. But
Yeah.
basically, this is a series about an envoy. He's basically like a special combat agent set 300 years into the future where death has been all but eliminated due to this new technology that lets you store your human consciousness in what's called stacks. So your body can die over and over and over and over again. And it introduces a technology called sleeving. So it's basically You have like 4 discs that represent your human consciousness, and say your body dies, they just take the discs out, like the base of your neck, insert them into another body, and you live again. So of course, if you're a rich person in this technology, you can be a supermodel, amazing athlete, bodybuilder. But if you're a poor person, oh, I'm sorry, you're gonna get an 70-year-old body. But yeah, it brings up some interesting presentations visually. So definitely check it out. I don't want to give away too much about it, but it's not for watching with the kids.
No.
Definitely not. Or with our Yasmin either.
No.
Are there boobs in it?
There are boobs.
All right.
Yeah, there's boobs.
Boobs.
Then there's, but there's also other things too. So,
Oh.
yeah.
Like non-boobs.
Non-boobs.
That's right. But don't think it's just gonna sell you on that. It's actually got a good story inside of it.
Yeah, you like it? I've only seen, maybe 1.5 episodes. I think when he woke up, and then sister. So just to not spoil anything. But
Yeah.
how far have you gotten so far?
Oh, I finished it.
Oh, you finished it?
Oh,
Jeez.
how many episodes is it?
I believe there's, I think 10 to 12. I don't remember exactly.
Are they an
10 to
hour
12.
each?
About an hour.
Yeah.
Just think of it as Face Off meets like a futuristic version
Yeah.
of CSI.
Right. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So.
From what I did see, it looked really good, and I wish I could watch it.
Did you
As I ended up facing away from the TV, but I could still hear everything, and then he was telling me like, "Oh no, you don't want to see this. Don't look." I'm like, "I'm not."
Mm-hmm.
I wish I could watch it though. It does sound and look really good,
Yeah.
but I can't handle 4.
No.
Yeah.
I can do it.
Check it out if you get a chance. It's actually really good. Really good show.
Worth watching, huh? Okay.
Yeah. Also, we have some trailers to talk about. Solo.
Oh. Solo. A Star Wars.
Story.
Yes.
I'm not excited about it.
Supposedly takes place right before A New Hope. So
this is after Rogue One? Wait, before?
Wait,
This is before Rogue One then?
yep.
So it goes Revenge of the Sith, Episode 3. And then it goes Solo, and then Rogue One.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, because if it's after Rogue One, it'd be right in between.
Like a
New
5-minute
Hope.
and that's
I grew
like,
up.
Whoa, 2 minutes. 2 minutes. This whole Solo story happened.
We talked a little bit about this last week.
Yeah, we did.
I remember saying
Probably,
I
we
don't-
didn't see the trailer though.
No, but I
We
saw
just
the
saw
actor
the
and
pictures.
I didn't like it. I didn't like
Yeah,
it.
so you saw the trailer this time.
No, I still haven't seen it.
What? Okay. Well, let us do this then. How about we see the trailer? Right?
Give you
I
a
think-
play-by-play.
I think it's worth it
Oh,
to do
yeah,
at least
definitely,
one time.
definitely. Let's put it on.
Because I forgot. Extended trailer.
That's
No.
fake stuff.
That looks fake.
Which one? No, real trailer. I'm sorry. Dead silence.
Ruining it.
Okay,
That's
official
it.
teaser.
Podcast over.
Is this it?
No.
Is that it?
I've been running scams on the streets since I was
Yeah, that's it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to
kicked out of
update
flight academy.
our member here.
Having a mind of my own.
Alright. Does this remind you of Star Trek? The first one? Where he's a rebel?
Oh,
You know,
yes.
he's like, I'm the best pilot ever.
Hey kid, I'm putting together a crew.
Woody?
Woody Harrelson. Gotta love him.
Is that
I don't know.
Rihanna? There's only a second.
That's it.
Oh, I don't like him. I don't like him.
What
You're not.
No, I don't like him.
You're not Harrison Ford. Yeah.
Get ready.
Yep.
Oh.
I don't know how I feel about that.
We're fine.
Oh, got Daenerys
I don't
in
know.
there.
No. Okay, that scene just killed it for me because
Anyways.
that last scene where they're like, ah, they're killing the Star Wars humor just very slowly. They're completely changing
It was actually supposed to be even funnier, and it was too funny, and they fired those directors, and that's why Ron Howard came in to direct
You're
it.
kidding.
It was too funny.
Too funny.
Well,
Yeah.
you just witnessed the death of Star Wars.
No, that was
Oh no, that's yeah. Never mind. You
The
witnessed the
name that
third
shall
take
not
on the
be
death of
said.
Star Wars.
that was episode 1, 1998. What are you talking about?
No, those were fine compared to The Last Jedi.
So Jar Jar Binks.
I will take a whole movie about Jar Jar Binks over The Last Jedi.
Oh, wow.
You might get that wish granted.
I'll
you
take a
never know.
trilogy of him over The Last Jedi.
Ooh.
I hate The Last Jedi. It was such a disappointment.
Oh, strong words indeed. Strong words. But we don't want to open up any more old wounds here tonight.
I enjoyed it.
We will not debate it tonight either. We will move away, so we'll go back to our happy place. What about that Deadpool 2 trailer with Cable?
I still haven't seen the first Deadpool.
Rose.
What?
Rose. What? Because of the gore? Because it's not even that much.
Well,
It's just
nobody's told me
playful.
anything. They didn't say, "Oh, just watch out for this part, that part, that part," and so I'm not gonna just go into it blind. I don't want
I don't know,
to see things I
sometimes-
don't want to see.
Yeah, take that filter off, just slide it, and you can unblur it. Or you
No,
can
that would
blur
actually be
it.
really convenient if I could do that. I could watch all the movies then.
Oh, man.
Because I know I'm missing out, but
So what did you think of Cable?
Looks good.
He looked good.
I mean, of course, Deadpool clowning him during the trailer.
Yeah, I don't
Typical.
care. I don't care that he does that. It's cool, but I hope they don't Guardians of the Galaxy 2 it in terms of
that's honestly
humor.
probably what's gonna happen.
They
Like most
really
movies.
forced it 10 times over in Guardians 2, and you know how Deadpool is. But I think they've already gone so far. Deadpool, I don't know. I feel like Deadpool's already pretty much annoying and funny like that, anyways. So how much more can he get? I don't know.
What do you think of the first one?
I liked it a lot,
Yeah.
even
Humor
with all
and
the
everything?
humor. Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
care. Yeah, it was good.
Well, Deadpool's one of those characters who gets kind of a pass for
And that's
silly
the thing
stupidity
too.
because he's Deadpool. That's just part of him, but anything can be taken too far.
Yeah. And they have Colossus, man, like fucking metal Colossus. Colossus, like Krieg. Hey, yeah, that was good. I liked it. I'm gonna watch it again soon.
Yeah, I'm still excited to see it though. Just
Yeah,
because
Cable.
I'm a big fan
Yeah.
of Cable.
Yeah, I
It's
think
been a while. We need Cable in the Marvel
I was watching-
Cinematic Universe.
I was watching W about George Bush and with Josh Brolin in it. It was on HBO the other night. And I'm just sitting there watching. I'm like, oh man, it's Cable. It's Thanos and Cable. It's Fable.
Fable.
Fable. But yeah, I think it looks great. We'll see. I didn't really care for the breaking the fourth wall, Deadpool, Marvel Legends playing around. It was kind of funny, but
Isn't that what he does most of the time?
yeah.
Yeah, that's just part of
It's-
his.
Can't see a problem. Like, how is that a problem?
It's not a problem. It's just
Or why didn't you like
it's
it?
stale. Okay, yeah, he's funny. He does stuff. I want to actually see Cable in the movie. Something serious, a little serious, but
Yeah,
it's not going to be. And that's fine. But
just go to Deadpool himself,
Yeah.
but yeah, it should be good.
did you see Domino?
Oh yeah.
Did you see her?
Yeah. Yeah.
She looked good.
Yep.
Interesting. Domino is another character
From
in
the X-Men.
X-Men or X-Force, and usually like Cable's right-hand man type person, girl. she has like these, I don't know, black. Well, now I think they reversed it now,
They reversed it.
right? Because they used I don't know if she's black or mix for Domino.
Dude, I do not remember.
Oh.
Watch it again.
Well, I just pulled up the picture real quick, but
She basically has the ability to alter probability.
Oh,
In her
I was
favor.
told about her before. Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So.
oh yeah, she's in it, and she's in the trailer. I wasn't sure if you missed her or not. All right. There she is, with the fro.
Oh, she's cute.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like
she's
the
got
fro.
one thing. They reverse. That's how she's supposed to look like with the black,
Yeah. Mostly white face.
mostly white face. But she got.
She looks blue.
So yeah.
Yeah. Good stuff. Deadpool 2. Looking forward to another trailer from that one. You see? Yeah. So we got another Infinity War trailer, and guess what? Not that much new shown.
No,
Sorry.
I wasn't too impressed with it.
Is it a teaser trailer?
Yeah.
And I don't like the end. For some reason, I'm really excited about Thanos
For some
In it?
reason.
because he's Thanos, sentimental values. But every time he's on screen, I just feel like it's a joke.
Yeah.
I don't know why I get that impression. He's just like.
He kind of looks. Yeah, he looks like a joke, honestly. Like.
I don't know if you get that impression or not. I'm not impressed, but I am. Like my 10-year-old self is like, wow, Thanos, awesome. But my 25-year-old self.
I
But
think you
anyways.
mean 26.
But yeah, I don't know. What do you think? What do you think?
I'd have to agree with you. He just does not seem that impressive as a villain right now. It almost seems like every time we see Thanos in like a trailer or something, it's like we just caught him like getting out of the gym and he's late to his next appointment. Like, where's his helmet? You know, where's his, badass aura? And maybe I've seen that meme of Homer Simpson too many times where they have them recolored with like holding a donut instead. Have you seen that meme?
No, haven't seen
No? Oh,
No.
man.
We're not prepped well. Or at least I'm not.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe there's more to it than that, but I just recall like, what was it? From the first Avengers movie, right? Like at the very end credits, where like
He was
Thanos was
sitting
in the shadows in the dark and he had all his
gear.
setup on, but you
Yeah.
didn't really see that much of him because he was blacked out. That's the Thanos that I want represented, not.
CG'd.
Yeah.
He does look kind of comical compared to how he's.
I mean, he's just bald and his like tank top that I wear to the gym type suit, and I'm like, what is this?
I don't know. Marvel's knocked them all out of the park.
It's
so
gonna be
far,
great,
so
I think.
It's gonna be good, but
We'll see.
just right now, he just doesn't seem that impressive.
Wouldn't say all of them.
You all are just shaking the fucking bottom of the thing with your knees and your foot. I'm just telling you, when we rewatch this, it's gonna be. And
Do it more.
I know I'm fidgety and I move around, but I'm just saying it's funny because I'm looking.
You guys move too much.
No, too lively.
Mr. Always playing.
Okay. Oh, but this next one, y'all. Venom.
Skyscraper. Oh, Venom.
No, Venom.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, I'm really looking forward to this one. I think I pretty much suppressed the memory of Spider-Man 3 Venom
Yeah.
completely. Well, almost. I still have to keep it as reference material, but it's like, they're gonna actually get it right this time because they actually got
They didn't get
the right type of actor to play Venom.
They didn't get dumbass to play him. That 70s show.
That 70s
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's always called dumbass by his dad or jackass. Or his dumbass, right?
Yeah.
I don't remember. Probably both.
Yeah, so Venom, I always felt needed to have
Red
a
woman.
physical presence.
Yeah.
Venom's an ex-bodybuilding champion
Eddie
in
Brother
the comics,
Yeah.
right? And so, of course, in Spider-Man 3, they're going to have this scrawny guy play him just to save on CG costs, right?
I mean,
Lazy.
They could just walk into any gym and find a guy big enough for it. Honestly.
Yeah, they could.
And they don't.
No, but it takes a special big guy. And have you seen The Dark Knight? Rises. Right? You've seen it, right? So you've seen Tom Hardy as Bane?
Yeah.
Now he's a big guy
Yeah.
that can act.
Yeah. And there's a lot more than just one in the world.
He got pretty big for this movie before he got famous here. He did a movie called Bronson, based on a real life inmate who escaped like 98 times out of his jail or something like that. It's an insane number of times he escaped from that same jail.
Is that actually impressive though? Because he just kept getting caught.
I don't know. I didn't watch the
Sure,
whole
he
movie. I never
escaped, but he
finished
kept
it. I
getting
watched
caught.
like 3/4 of it, never finished
How
it.
impressive is that really?
But his acting range in that was pretty good. It was good. It was a comedy though.
Oh, it was a comedy. Okay.
Yeah, but it was
I thought it was supposed to
interesting.
be
It was an
serious.
interesting British comedy. Yeah.
Right.
But he got buff for that. He's just like big bald boxer.
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh yeah, Tom Hardy. Yeah, he's definitely one of my favorites.
And Warrior, you gotta watch Warrior. Yeah, that was the MMA movie with Tom Hardy and whatever Edgerton guy's name is. The one that played Jacoby, the orc from
Bright.
Bright. Yeah, he was the brother, and Tom Hardy was the other brother,
Mm-hmm.
and they both entered MMA. But yeah, it was pretty cool. It was a good movie.
Alright, yeah, I'm gonna add that to my list. But yeah, Venom. Ooh.
The trailer.
Can't wait
yeah,
to see
fuck
some
Venom, man.
actual costume or
I don't-
footage of him in action.
Mm.
I don't think they're ready to show it yet. They don't have the CG ready. It probably looks.
I hate that everything's CG nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
It just makes it look crappy.
Mm.
Especially because
I think
they
it'll
just
look
make.
good.
Remember we were talking about how everything CG looks too bright and that's why it's out of place. If they just would make it a little bit darker,
Yeah.
it might fit in a little bit better.
I think they'll make this one good because a lot of times Venom like does like half faces and stuff like that, and I think they'll be able to make it look pretty good. Hopefully, I don't know.
Hoping, but I doubt it. I don't have
Fingers
much faith
crossed.
in CG.
Yeah,
Venom.
the trailer didn't show any Venom. It just showed Tom Hardy, and I'm not sure if they showed his powers, because there's one scene where he yells or something like that, and it cuts to a different scene, but I think it's a different location, and you see like this wave goes out and desks or whatever flies everywhere, but I don't think that was him doing that. Now that I watched it a second or third time, I think it was a completely different scene. They cut it like that so it seems like maybe that's his powers, but I may be wrong.
Yeah, we'll find out soon enough.
Did you watch the trailer?
Oh.
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Told you I didn't come prepared.
That's alright, that's alright.
That's alright. We're gonna go right into Yasmin territory right now
Yay.
What
with
is that?
Jessica Jones season 2.
I'm so excited for that.
Oh.
I really am.
Yeah.
I love Jessica
yeah.
Jones.
Kristen Ritter.
I love her. I love her so much.
Oh man.
But mostly I like Jessica Jones because it isn't that typical, like, save the world. And she's like, no, I don't want to save the world. I just want to do my own thing. And I like that. I like that she's not like every other, I guess, hero. I don't know. She
Right. No, technically she is considered a hero, but she doesn't really act like one.
And I love that.
Yeah.
I love that there's an actual, like, story instead of just, I one day got powers and that's it. I saved the human. Like, no, there's all her back history still affects her present. And I like that.
Yeah, I think
Me
they chose
too.
Looks
they
really
chose
good.
the right actress for it too.
Oh, definitely. I love her to pieces.
Kristen Ritter.
I love her to pieces.
Yeah. I've been a fan of her ever since I saw her in Breaking Bad.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Great charisma, great presence.
Apology Girl.
Yeah.
Did you watch Breaking Bad? Oh.
What?
Can
You
you
gotta
feel
watch
this
that
episode
show.
is brought to you by No.
Yeah.
I have not watched that. I have a list. I have such a long list of things I need to watch.
Breaking Bad is worth watching as much
I
as Game
know.
of Thrones.
I know. Well, I halfway watched Game of Thrones.
Right.
Or like a quarter way I watched it. I watched the last 2
There's not
seasons.
much gore in Breaking Bad. Just regular TV gunshot stuff.
No, I was, I watched like, what, I got to the part where they, they tried holding
That was my favorite part.
Right?
That was your favorite movie, Dark Knight Rises. That's the name of the show. Maybe.
No, I got up to
Just
the
make
part
it
where
fun.
they poured it.
Oh no.
Were they what? Alright, so those of you that are just listening, I don't know what the fuck's going on.
They try to melt the body in the kid.
Okay.
He tries to melt the body with acid in the tub, and he's like, "No,
Yeah.
you have to do it in a plastic bin," but he doesn't believe him, and he goes all over.
Right.
That-
Yeah, it goes to
I got up to that
water.
episode. They started wiping it up, and then I, for some reason, stopped. Not that grossed me out. It was gross, but I could handle it. But it wasn't like I stopped watching it because like, oh no, good, and that was it. I don't know why I stopped watching it. I
Definitely,
just stopped.
definitely.
Yeah, we'll
was
definitely
good,
pick
though.
back up on
Fucking
that.
Rain Man.
I'll get
yeah,
to it eventually.
definitely watch it. Definitely watch it.
Definitely.
Watch it. Oh, speaking of Game of Thrones, hear about the 2 writers that are going to be writing Star Wars?
Yeah,
That sounds interesting.
that does
Yeah.
sound interesting.
Mhm.
So, David Benioff, or whatever his name is, D.B. Weiss, I don't know their names. It's close to that. Yeah. Anyhow, yeah, they're the showrunners for Game of Thrones, and after the season, the show finale, the final season of Game of Thrones is over, they've been greenlit to write or direct. I'm not sure. I forget their own Star Wars films. So we're gonna see some
What is it that they're doing? What year is it going to do it? 19?
in the galaxy in a year far, far away.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's
No,
not anytime
right after
soon.
Game of Thrones wraps, right?
Right.
Mm.
Which would be soon.
Is it?
And then, so probably within a couple of years. But what will they tell the story of? Who knows? Not sure, and I'm not sure if it's
Hopefully
going to
nothing
be, like, will we going to see a lot of rated R stuff? It's going to be
That'd
violence.
be interesting, right?
Because that's what we
Time.
expect when, oh hey, the writers of Game of
But-
Thrones are writing Star Wars.
I don't think there's going to be anything gory.
I don't know about
I really
gore,
don't
but
think. Well, I mean,
No.
nothing terrifying because kids are really into it now,
Mhm.
and it's owned by Disney.
will they show
Yeah.
Star Wars
So-
boobs?
Did they?
They did show Star Wars boobs
When?
with Jake Skywalker.
Oh my god.
What?
The green milk.
Oh, that was so nasty. That was so. That was.
How did you forget?
I requested. Thanks for bringing it back up. Oh, that was so gross.
Sorry, it was just laid out in front of me. I just had to take
It
it.
was actually the third time that I've forgotten about it, and you guys brought it up.
Yeah. So Disney's not completely opposed to nipples. I'm just
But it's
Yeah.
not. It's animal nipples is different. Than
You're right, they could write some aliens that just have.
Because they say, well, it's not actually nipples. It's actually a gland. Blah blah blah. They'll make some excuse or whatever.
yeah.
I think they only care about human anatomy.
Well, but I think the Game of Thrones writers are up to the challenge of writing
think they'll
a
do
good
well.
Star Wars movie with real twists and turns.
Yeah, not the hokey pokey. We gotta free the animals.
What about the children slaves?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. But you know, stuff like that, I'm pretty sure that the Game of Thrones writers would actually catch and make sure it was a quality story.
I think What About the Children Slaves should be the title of the show. What About the Children Slaves? Yes.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, good point.
Yeah.
We're gonna have some good, decent writing and character build-up and development. Awesome shots. I don't know who would be directing it, but probably them. I would guess, because they usually direct the first episode of each season and the last.
Mm-hmm.
It would make sense if they did a whole
The
movie.
commentary and all that stuff is great. If you ever seen the Blu-ray, I have it. It's worth rewatching the whole series of Game of Thrones with the commentary.
Oh, when'd you get the Blu-ray?
In the past.
In the past. I didn't know you had it. That's why I was
Last
curious.
Thursday at 3:24 p.m. at Walmart.
A long time ago, years ago. I have 1 through 6.
Oh, I didn't know you had it.
Yeah.
Okay, news to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, good stuff. So, also, making a comeback, Magnum Pi. Reboot
Yeah, Tom Selleck. I don't know if he'll be in it. I never really watched Magnum Pi too much when I was a kid. I don't know if it was always on. I know the soundtrack.
it was always like that filler show
Yeah.
that would come on right before the A-Team, and so I would run and go do whatever else I was doing while Magnum Pi was on. And by the time I was done, A-Team was on. So, but
Exactly.
I'm guessing there's.
I'd always hear the outro music, so I know the music because it'd always play at the end, and then A-Team would come on.
Yeah, so if you're a fan of that, check it out. Give it some support. I mean, there must be enough interest if they're gonna bring it back. So.
I'm surprised.
Or they're just feeding on nostalgia like they're doing for everything else.
Oh yeah, there's no new ideas.
No.
Just forget it.
I'm surprised they have not reboot E.T. yet.
Oh no! Don't do it.
Oh,
They'll just make
that's
him completely
right.
CG and it'll look like garbage.
And Alf. Alf making a comeback.
No.
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 Hey!
Neither
Will.
of them because they're gonna
Will!
only because they're gonna CG the crap out of it and it's just gonna look bad because they
What
can't
if it's
CG.
not? What if it's
well.
just the same puppet again? I used to
Then
have
that'd
one
be
from
fine.
Burger King.
Most
I
likely.
loved it because I was like, hey, Will.
If they if they were to do
Alf was good.
the whole movie
Alf
with
was awesome.
mostly puppets or whatever, that'd be fine.
Yeah.
It'd probably be really good. But they're not gonna do that because it's easier to CG. Stick a guy in a green suit.
Yeah. The cheesy way out. I prefer traditional special effects.
Mm-hmm.
But speaking of another thing coming back, He-Man. But he's gonna be tripped up because he just lost his director.
Well, it's not the first time either. It's been
Mhm.
gone through 2 or 3 hands and they still can't find the right director for it. This one, it was David S. Goyer. He had to drop out because it was a conflict of schedule.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, I think that would be true because I would love to direct He-Man. It'd be awesome.
I miss He-Man. Hopefully they get somebody on board that's credible.
Dolph Lundgren come back as King Randor, perhaps.
Maybe. Man-at-Arms, who knows?
Yeah, as long as it's better than Masters of the Universe movie that came out in '87.
Yeah, that's one of those movies you want to watch when you just want to laugh.
Oh
Don't
You
expect
saw
anything
parts of it.
serious.
Did I?
Yeah. Skeletor was all in gold. He turned gold.
Oh.
Remember Sorceress was stuck in that
Yeah.
trap thing and
Yeah.
fucking Gildor, whatever his name is, had the instrument that opened the portals.
Right. I remember now. I
Yeah,
remember.
Courtney Cox was in it.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. You may
That
not
was
remember
fun.
it. It actually burns some of your brain cells when
It's
you watch
good,
it.
yeah.
Oh, you mean like the nipples from Star Wars?
A lot like that. Oh, but a project that actually does have a director, Lobo,
Oh, I
is
don't know
getting
if he...
attached.
I've heard a lot about Lobo.
Well, they
That's
want
rumored.
Michael Bay.
It's rumored
Yeah.
that Michael Bay will be attached to the project.
So lots of explosions.
Yeah, lots of explosions.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not so sure I want Michael Bay doing that project.
Well, he murdered Transformers. He'll probably murder Lobo.
Well, we watched Con Air recently, and that was a Michael Bay film that was done very well. He does movies like that awesome. Like The Rock and stuff. Not The Rock, the actor,
The movie.
the movie with Sean Connery.
Mm.
I am the last of my kind. Last.
That's something I want to bring up real quick. Why is there no actors anymore that have weird voices that everybody can mimic? You have Arnold. You have
Arnold, you have Christopher Walken.
you have so many people that you can just mimic.
Wow.
They're easy, and everyone makes fun of
Maybe.
it and has fun with it. But now who?
No.
Who can you mimic? An Australian accent? That's it.
No.
British accent. Ooh.
Yeah.
I
You don't
miss
have
that.
anybody that has that special quirk.
No, all the quirks are just.
Quirked
We
out.
don't want them. We don't want them
It's
anymore.
so sad.
It's so boring. I
Yeah.
know.
The Rock.
It was
the
the best
Rock.
thing is it
The
was-
Rock still holds one.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Come on.
I mean, I can do the eyebrow.
No, it's not the eyebrow. I mean, I'm talking about a voice. Like, you have Arnold, where it's like, la, la, and then you have Rock, where it's like, if you smell, la 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 la, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the Rock voice. So he's still there.
I guess, but
He's
still.
He's everywhere.
Yeah, I guess if we're gonna
But no one
consolation
imitates
prize.
the. No one imitates The Rock as much as people would imitate.
Like
Because
Arnold
it's not really anything
or
to
Sylvester
to
Stallone.
mimic, honestly. Like
Yeah.
bits and pieces.
Hey yo,
but
Adrian!
that,
You know?
I mean, come on.
That stuff.
Yeah.
That's unmistakable.
Yeah, we just need some more of that.
Bring back the accents, the weird accents.
Personality accents. Yeah, bring them back.
Yeah, not a character too, like how they really are.
Mm-hmm.
But here's something unexpected. Braveheart's getting a sequel.
Really movie haven't seen.
Oh man, Braveheart's so
Oh,
good.
We had this conversation. We had this conversation.
Braveheart was like Game of Thrones of the 90s.
Yeah.
Before it was Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
I know of it, and I've
Bravehearts.
seen pieces of it, but I never watched the whole thing, and I can't watch it.
You can.
You can. They don't really show
Yeah.
the absolute worst.
Remember we were talking about this, about the whole, I put the trust in somebody, and they're like, oh, I know every part. Remember?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that.
Well,
So-
what does that mean? The
Okay,
people
so-
don't remember.
For the people who weren't there,
Right.
Mhm.
missing out. So me growing up, is part of the reason why I can't handle war is because I would put my trust in my family, and they would say, "Oh, don't worry, honey, I know all the parts. I'll tell you when to close your eyes." And so I'd be like, "Okay," and complete trust, complete belief, and then all of a sudden I see somebody get stabbed in the head or something, and I go running out and crying. So like a good example would be like Godfather. I started watching it, and my mom like promised me up and down, left and right, diagonal, all the ways. Like, I know all the parts, don't worry. I'm like, okay. So it ends up like in the first like 5 minutes or something, somebody gets a knife through their hand, and I cried and I ran away.
Yeah.
I was so upset.
Oh.
You remember when we went to see Logan? And I
Oh.
forgot we were sitting in the theater of Logan, and I go, "Oh shit, that's right, this is rated R." And you're like, what? And the whole movie was him slicing people's eyeballs, their hands,
Luckily, I didn't
their
see
skulls.
anything,
She didn't watch any of
Because
the
I could
movie.
tell when everything was gonna come, so I just like went like this, and
That
all I
was-
heard was like.
It was just all stabbing. I was like,
Oh,
oops, I
oh,
forgot to
man.
tell you.
You're so lucky I didn't see anything. I would have been so mad at you. Oh.
Is there a timetable to your anger? Like
A timetable?
Yeah, like let's say Will slips up and it's like a gory part gets through.
I mean, I'm older now. I'm not a kid that's gonna run into my room crying and then be mad at you for like 6 days.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, I'll be upset, but I'm not just gonna like shun you guys for like the next 2 weeks or something.
Okay, good.
I'll be mad. I'll probably like maybe murder you a little bit,
Murder me a little
just
bit.
a little bit.
Okay,
But
I can handle a
Not
little
too terrible.
murder. Okay, good. Because there's a lot of great stuff on your list that we definitely want to experience with you. So
I'm down for it.
It's worth the risk, even if you see it.
dramatic pause for effect.
It's worth the risk.
All right. Sebastian Stan as Captain America.
Sebastian Stan as Captain America.
Yep.
What the fuck is that?
Well,
Huh?
I can't say that. I want to say
You
it.
say fuck. The fuck is a Sebastian? No, I'm just kidding. The fuck is that? Yeah, I don't know. He should be Luke Skywalker, really, and they should remake The Last Jedi, but have it take place not where he's old, but where he maybe 15 years after Return of the Jedi. Cause have you seen the Sebastian Stan, Mark Hamill side by side?
no,
Are you serious?
I have not.
Oh shit!
Oh, Snapplejack?
So did you like Civil War?
Oh, I love Civil War.
All right, talk about Civil War real quick. I'm sorry. I'm trying.
Civil War, Civil War, Civil War,
Yes.
War, War, Civil War, Civil War, 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 Civil
You guys,
War,
I didn't know you never seen. I never know you never seen this, dude. No, I'm serious. This is
War,
War.
War,
That'd be
Civil
our
War,
opening
War.
song.
Oh man.
Just like draw us
too
some
good.
little cartoons of little horses. Civil War, Civil War, Civil War, Civil War.
You gotta check this out.
Not actual time filler at all.
No, I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, no.
Look. That's Sebastian Stan's face.
No.
Photoshopped onto Luke Skywalker, Mark Hamill's. You know.
What? I don't believe it.
Wow, that is crazy.
Spot on. They need to remake Star Wars.
See, now why can't they do that for Han?
Because
Wow.
Sebastian
You know,
Stan Han Solo. Sebastian Stan looks
We
like
can
Luke
make this
Skywalker.
We'll make it work.
It doesn't work for everybody.
Give him a mess.
It's just who they look like.
Oh, God. No, seriously. No joke. You know how they say you have a twin in the world? Oh, so this guy's twin was born 20 years later. Wow, this is epic.
I'm crying.
Oh, God.
I just
So good.
why can't they find a guy that looks like a guy? Oh my god.
You can't use him for Han Solo too.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it's crazy, right? Look at that shit,
Yeah.
man.
That is really good. That's so uncanny.
Oh man.
Oh, they could do so much
Oh.
if they just use that
Oh my
guy.
god.
Man,
And he's
just
good
imagine.
He's a good actor.
Just
too.
imagine 5 years after Return of the Jedi, right? Of course he still looks like that, you know? Oh, so many great stories you could tell.
So they still have a shot to
Are you
do
crying,
something.
dude?
Yeah, man.
Why are you crying? Oh, God.
Oh man.
That's pretty good.
Are you crying? There's no crying in podcast.
What manly men?
You know what that's from?
No.
A League of Their Own. Tom Hanks says that to the. It's about a women baseball team. There's no crying. There's no crying in baseball.
I can't take
It's
this.
He's sitting like a big tear that's just not falling. He's just sitting there.
Oh man.
I can't look at you with a straight face.
Oh. Okay, we're coming back to you, folks. We're coming back to you. It's,
Hi.
we have to take a special moment for our co-host. But anyway.
Can we just like pause it right beforehand, like fast forward?
Oh,
you know,
no,
we should
it's
cut-
crazy.
I want to cut in the tear of like Wolverine from the X-Men animated show. Is it on mute?
Mute?
No,
No? Okay,
the
good.
sound waves are going. We're good.
No.
Just
Our
making
sound guy knows what he's doing. So, on
on.
to toy news. Megatron backplate update.
Oh, upgrade. There's an upgrade kit for a third-party upgrade kit for Masterpiece Megatron.
Mm-hmm.
Get it together.
Man, where's Megatron at? Oh, I sold Megatron
that's
too,
right.
but I have another one. Anyhow, the back of Megatron looks kind of ugly, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not solid. It's got a lot of you see all the moving parts in there, all the joints. It's this is a good. Anyhow, there's a back. Anyhow, there is a third-party company that came out with a backplate accessory to put on it so it cleans the back up. So you know how I had Prime facing that way and had Megatron with the pistol of betrayal?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I had to have it that way because if I had it the other way and Prime was looking, you see like all this junk on Megatron's back. But with this plate coming in, yeah, it'll fix that.
Oh,
It'll
okay.
fix the problem that you no
Yeah,
longer
you've seen the
have.
back before, right?
Yeah, I saw it.
It's not the cleanest, it's kind of messy.
Yeah, it's pretty dirty.
Yeah. So that's gonna be awesome. You can get it for like $20 at some retail shops or around $30 maybe if you find it online. Groups and stuff.
Nice.
So,
$30 for one piece.
it's that. It comes with another cannon, fusion cannon,
Oh,
with it's actually the cannon that I applied my Megatron voice to, with the voice chip. I
Oh,
think.
neat.
Yeah, I think it's that cannon. I'm not sure.
Oh, Okay.
I gotta look at the third party name. I forgot. But it comes with that and like 2 Kremzeeks. Do you remember Kremzeek?
I do not.
Kremzeek from season 1, I think. It was that little sparkly thing in the episode that got into everything.
Oh, I remember.
Oh,
And it get into like all the
gosh.
vehicles.
I completely forgot about him.
Crimson.
Yeah.
What? They actually made a toy of that?
Yeah, I got one
How's it look?
back there.
Nice.
Oh, it's just a little, just non-posable, sparkly little.
I mean, does it look good?
Yeah, that's how it looks, though. That's how.
Well, it's made of plastic and it's
made
small.
of plastic and it's small. It's a little fucking it looks good. It looks good. It looks like Kremzeek. It's not hard.
Okay.
It's not hard to make a Kremzeek. Let me see if I can grab.
Oh,
back here.
okay. Too good. Too good.
This is just a giggle episode. We're laughing all over the place.
Yeah, man, it's just too funny. But also, we've got Voltron back on the shelves. If you haven't been to Target, definitely check out near the Star Wars toys. You can see all 5 of the lions. Obviously, the black lion's the biggest, and probably will set you back about $20, was it? 25?
No, Black Lion's probably like 50. I bet.
50?
Maybe like 40.
40?
Maybe
Yeah, I think the whole set's like close to 90 or 100.
Yeah.
So
They
you
have
gotta,
them all.
you gotta divvy up the 4, probably like $15. So that'd be about 60, and then the Black Lion 40. So yeah, probably like that.
How big are we talking?
Big.
Yeah, for
whole
the
thing
most
together,
part,
that
they
big?
look
Together,
good.
That's
Yeah.
pretty good. That's not bad for 100.
Yeah.
Ish.
No, not bad at all. It actually looks really good. Except the silver plastic looks cheap.
Mm-hmm.
So I would just spray paint it, mask it out, spray paint it like a metal. That should look like pretty shiny. Put like a coat over it as well, so it makes it look a little glossier, so it's not so cheap looking. Yeah, it would definitely stand out. And I bet you there are going to be a lot of customizers too that will do that, and we're going to see some on
sure.
eBay.
Yeah.
I know my friend Xavier Cal will probably do that. I might get it, I might not. I don't know. I sold my Soul of Chikokin. Voltron.
You must be joking.
I can't.
I had to, I'm sorry.
I'm done laughing. I'm done. It's not funny anymore. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I sold that one a while ago.
We gotta get that sound.
We do.
I sold the SOC one a while ago, and this one might be one to pick up because I'm a fan of Voltron, but I don't need, I don't know, whatever. It's okay.
Okay, whatever indeed.
Okay, whatever.
Ocular Max,
Ocular
Mastermind
Max.
Creations. Hellion.
Okay. What is that? Oh, that's Cliff Jumper. Do you see that? Do you have the picture of it?
Third party cliff jumper.
Yeah, it's a third-party Cliff Jumper from Ocular Max. Where is it?
Oh, that, you get a blank. Man. Tick, tick. Oh, that's it. I can't find it. 2 clicks.
It looks okay.
It's almost as if you have technology. Your fingertips can do it with your voice.
I got this.
We believe in you. We believe in you. You can
That's what
find
I came
it.
up with.
Alright.
You can find it.
Alright, found it.
Was that so hard?
Yeah.
So pretty.
What do you think of that for Cliff Jumper?
That's pretty good, Cliff Jumper. Something a little off about it, though.
I
Right?
don't like his legs.
Yeah, like,
Yeah, now that I'm
what
looking at
part
it
of
longer,
his legs?
something's weird about it.
Yeah.
What part of his legs? What are the things that you think are
Everything
weird?
from the waist down. Just,
Everything from the waist down, yeah.
I don't know. That just maybe it's just me, but the symmetry seems to be off.
It
I need
seems-
a side-by-side picture.
Let me see if I can find one with Bumblebee. Because it's supposed to match Bumblebee.
Yeah, they're the same size.
I mean, if there's just like a picture there, it doesn't need to be like in the same picture.
I don't know if this is the same thing. Oh, it is. Okay. So
Oh,
there's
yeah,
the
they look
Masterpiece
weird.
Bumblebee.
No. What's wrong with them? Oh, they're so chunky.
Well, that's how they are.
Not that chunky. Look at how much his chest juts out. That's not
Bumblebee was kind of always a.
not that much.
Oh no. I don't know. I don't have as much of a problem with the upper body as I do with the lower. It just seems like.
Well, the upper just enhances the lower being weird.
I think the arm looks a little
Ow.
too small,
Yeah.
like skinny. Looks a little funny
It's just all really
because
disproportionate.
the chest is so wide. I don't know.
Add to your collection? Yes or no?
Maybe.
Really?
Maybe secondhand, because there's no other cliff jumper. Except a red bumblebee, but I gave that one away.
Right.
Yeah.
How much is it?
I'm gonna guess 60. But
No, I think
know.
you should save that money for MP Onslaught.
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't think that's worth it.
So
At
this
least not right
MP
now.
Onslaught is Blitzkrieg. It's a third-party Zeta Toys. It's part of the combiner that will be Bruticus, of course, and I believe it's the Masterpiece scale one. We haven't really seen too many pictures. They just released them though, and well, I only saw the vehicle mode and it looks good. But I think I'll probably get this one for the combined mode anyways. So I don't know. We'll see. Only time will tell. Still too early.
Sounds good, man. Sounds good.
Any game news?
Nothing really different than from last week, man.
Play some Destiny. We kick some ass. Get some masterwork items.
We played some Destiny, like we always do.
Yeah. Get any new masterwork items?
If you're going to be checking out Destiny this week in celebration of the Valentine's Day holiday, we have the Crimson Days event.
Oh, what's that?
So
I know I'm gonna spend my Valentine's now. Shit. What's that? I'm excited.
basically, if you're going to be fighting in the Crucible, you can team up with one special love,
Oh.
and you'll get.
You guys can team up together.
Yes.
Yes. You will get special.
Double dragon.
Sure, that way.
That's no retreat, no surrender.
That's right. Of course, there's going to be some special rules and Valentine's Day themed gear that you can earn, but it's only going to last for a little while, so you want to get in there and earn these special rewards while you can. Special shaders, a couple of exotics, and a great reason to team up with a friend. But don't stray too far away
Or a
from
lover. Oh my gosh.
I knew you were going to do that.
Hey, were there any bow and arrows in Destiny 1 besides like a super like shadow shot? Could you just use one? Were there any weapons?
No.
They need to add something like that. That'd be cool.
Bow and arrow.
Mhm.
Yeah, that could be interesting. But yeah, definitely check it out. Destiny 2, Crimson Days starts tomorrow. This is being shot Monday night. So by the time you see this, log into Destiny. Get some of that Valentine's Day gear.
That's what I'm gonna do after this podcast.
Well, we have a special discussion tonight.
What are we discussing?
We're discussing
What are we discussing?
gamer girls.
I wasn't prepared. I was gonna get a controller. Oh well. Do
Did
the
you
wire thing,
say
have the wire all over you.
gay mer girls?
I did. I did.
There's sirens like in the ocean. They're all just. They don't like the sailors, but they're gay mer girls.
It's just good. Okay. Oh. You know, when we were growing up, gamer girls were not.
It was non-existent for you guys.
It almost seemed like non-existent. That's right.
They were either hiding or didn't exist.
Like when I was growing up in the 80s and early 90s, most of the girls that I knew were encouraged to go shopping.
Oh my god!
Yeah, go to the mall.
I love going to the mall.
I like going to the mall.
Oh my god.
Take ballet classes. And if they saw a boy playing games, like, ew, that's so dorky and nerdy.
Oh,
Right.
being a nerd was a bad thing. Now it's like, oh, you're a nerd, you're so. And it's
It was
not
always,
exact.
yeah, it was always portrayed
Yeah, it was always a bad thing.
as a,
Everybody always hid their love of video games. Now it's just like, it's a common thing now, especially for for girls. I know when I was growing up, it was very, very rare to find a female gamer. So whenever somebody would meet me, they're like, "You play games?" It was like mind blowing. But nowadays, it's like, oh, okay, another girl that plays games. Cool.
Oh, wow.
I'm not really sure when the turning point happened either.
I'm not sure either.
It just kind of happened. I think maybe it started with like the jokes online of gamer girls, maybe, and then that kind of like made it more common because more people wanted to get the attention from being a gamer girl, and then I guess maybe it's got it from there. I don't know.
I
don't really
have
think of
no
anything else.
idea. When do you
I
think
don't
the turn started?
when comic book movies started getting bigger and bigger, because that generated nerd culture being more popular and trendy, and nerd culture of course includes all video games and stuff.
You think it was comic movies that made it?
I think so, because they had because we tried having video game movies in Hollywood, and that wasn't.
No.
Yeah, that didn't really pan out too well. But I think having the nerdy, geeky, sci-fi, fantasy, playing games type of personality or whatever is all in the same pool. Video games and TVs and movies and comic books and stuff. You just stop it. Stop it.
1992.
I'm saying the rise of nerdiness being popular and widespread and mainstream is bringing video games up as well as being okay. Comic-Con being so big, cosplay and all that stuff. So being a nerd is cool. And what else is being a nerd? Playing WoW, playing,
Yeah, but what was the turning point for that? Like, yeah, you're saying right, but
I'm saying when the comic movies started becoming
So, like-
bigger and bigger, 99, 2000. And that's when online you started playing a lot of World of Warcraft. A lot of females would play. A lot of those online MMOPRGs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
MOPRGs.
MMOPRGs. I said it, man. Concentrated on that one. I was like MMOPRGs.
Well, definitely help things like channels like YouTube definitely help
Oh,
as well.
yeah, that's true.
And when was YouTube? Like
2005?
2005.
Somewhere in there.
Somewhere in the early 2000s it exploded.
Yeah.
Early 2000s.
But yeah, when
yeah.
of course, girl goes online YouTube saying, "Oh wow, this girl's playing games. She looks like she's having fun." I can review a game too. She probably thinks she sits next to her brothers 2 or 3 hours playing Metal Gear. I can make a review about this game just as well as this guy can. And so it just took off from there, and like the sky's been the limit for female gamers. For me, it's really awesome to see, especially them streaming now and actually making a living doing it.
Yeah.
So it's definitely viable. We're trying to get Yasmin to start streaming just to see how she would do.
I would do well, but there are complications with that. Not to be discussed here.
Very well.
Yes.
So, do you feel that when you meet like a fellow gamer girl, that's like an area of interest that you can explore? Like,
To be honest, I haven't met a lot. And the ones that I have, they're just like super. Honestly, most of them they usually play on like their phone, and it's not really their gamer girls. They're just like, I play on my phone and I'm a gamer girl.
Right.
Candy Crush.
like,
mobile phones
yeah, mobile
have
phone
become
games.
big. Yeah.
But not even like actual like games. Like, yeah, it's usually like Candy Crush and stuff, and they consider them a gamer girl from that. But I haven't really come across too many females that I could have a nice conversation with that were like all about video games. I can't think of anybody right now, honestly. No, I got nothing. Sorry. I'm adding to this podcast.
Like you don't know a girl that plays Final Fantasy. really right now.
I mean, do we want to bring up Flora?
Nah.
No.
Yeah.
So then
Well,
that's-
they are
that's
out
why
there.
they-
Yeah.
I don't really know any of mine personally, but I haven't really been making a lot of friends lately because, you know, who wants to be friends with these people? They just chase everybody off.
Your second and last appearance.
You know,
I disappear after this episode.
it's funny because I'm thinking when I was in Hong Kong and in the subway, you know, everyone's on their cell phones, and everyone's playing some kind of game. Or usually I'm looking at their shoulder. I'm like, what are they doing? They're usually playing some kind of game. So I don't know if it's just a mobile thing, or if they're really
I mean,
So I think, but I don't. Do you count that as gamer girls, or do you count consoles
Yeah.
and PC?
I consider a gamer to be
I'd
on
say more
console
console.
or
Yeah.
PC.
Because apps
I'll
and
say
games on
PC
mobile
too.
phones are just for boredom.
I mean, it takes kind of a certain amount of skill to play those games. Yes, you have to know timing, blah blah. But it's the same as playing on like a console, and it's completely different.
It is.
There's some-
it really
I can't count them in the same category.
I forget her name, but and there's another female too, girl, but they play fighting games all the time. They're in Evo and CEO. Do you remember? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Her name is Tanu Kana.
Ooh,
There's
She
another.
plays Tekken. She plays Zhao Yu.
that was by heart.
Oh yeah, she's like the best Zhao Yu player in Japan.
Oh well.
Yeah, she's really great player.
Yeah.
So I definitely consider Tanu Kana.
Yeah, I played a.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's rare though to see a good fighting game female player just around locally. You know, everybody that plays fighting games here are usually guys, but I know when we were at Chewy, I believe there were like one or two, I think, female players, or just guys with long hair. I'm not sure, but
Really?
Yeah.
once a month. But
Yeah, there was like two playing like Street Fighter 5. I don't know their names.
even back in the day, I remember playing in a Soul Calibur 1 tournament at Rocky's Replay, and the actual grand finals, it was me against this girl named Trinity, and she was a Nightmare player, so we had a Nightmare
Oh, I thought you were
face-off.
gonna say she was a nightmare. I was like,
She was-
wow, that's
She
just
was-
mean.
She was a Nightmare user, and I was a Nightmare user, and I ended up beating her. She got second place, but she was really good. But since then, I've never played competitively like another female opponent.
Because he doesn't want to lose.
Shots
It's
fired.
like, I want to keep my winning streaks. I'm not gonna play anymore.
Hey, I have winning streaks. Yes.
1992. Oh man.
Yeah, I think it's a great time for female gamers. I think a lot of it was the fact that a lot of those types of hobbies were just basically considered for guys, but as time has gone on, hobbies are becoming less about gender and just more about fun. You know, you don't have to be
Definitely.
classified to do this just because you're a female. You can do whatever you think is fun.
I bet you if you played the tune to like Zelda or Punch Out to any 35 to 40-year-old girl, to 100 of them, maybe, I don't know, how many do you think would know the tunes? But then if you played those tunes to the same amount of males
Well, hold on. That's
our
considering
age,
that you're taking something from an era that we just said they practically didn't exist, and then saying like, oh,
Right.
well, they wouldn't know it. Well, yeah, because they weren't into it back then.
that's what I'm saying.
Nowadays,
Yeah.
they'd probably be more into the newer games, not so much the older ones. So maybe if you play a more recent game, a lot more of them would know because it has become more.
I know. That's,
Okay.
Well, that was the point, though. Yeah, they wouldn't recognize the tune because back then it wasn't really
Yeah.
a female thing. Yeah.
It's funny though because when I was in my last job, there were some people that I would interact with that would be like younger, you would say, and they just would only play 8-bit Nintendo games. And it was like
And retro.
I'm richer, exactly. I'm richer. I only play 8-bit. Nintendo.
retro games.
Yeah, and it was cool because I was like, oh yeah, I'm down with Russian attack.
Oh,
Let's play some Trojan or something like that. And we'd play Contra or whatever.
Yeah.
It was cool, playing with this young kid, but maybe also it was exposure too, right? Because we're more exposed to things now because the internet's has a lot bigger presence. But who knows? Maybe there were gamer girls were back then.
Quite
maybe.
possibly.
Well,
I'm sure there was.
definitely were.
Yeah.
There definitely were, but we weren't exposed to or seen a lot of it. I didn't see any.
I just remember the culture.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really remember any particular gamer girls.
Yeah.
I mean, the highest point of culture for gaming back then was
We're talking
the
about
movie The Wizard.
Right.
When
We're
that
talking
came
about,
out
we're
with
talking about the
Super Mario
90s,
Brothers
so,
3,
yeah.
that was like, wow. But that was starring a male, so.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I'm all for it though now.
'Cause for a long time, guys.
Matter
were
of fact, female streamers are basically dominating Twitch right now.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Go
pretty
females.
much. I know, girl power.
Yeah.
Because it's all male population for games.
It's still mainly males.
Mainly, right? So
Females have definitely carved out a niche of their own, and hopefully see more of them doing it.
For a long time though, there most of the guys that were gamer guys, whatever gamers, they would actually bash the girls that tried to play games. Like in the beginning of it, be like, oh, you're just trying to get attention or whatever. But then they want a girlfriend to play video games with. It's like you can't do both.
Yeah.
You can't yell at them for like wanting to play games and then say you should play games with me. And they kind of like shot themselves in the foot for a long time. It's like, but I want a girlfriend. But I wanted to play video games, but she can't play video games. Which one? Choose.
Oh wow.
I feel like there would have been more gamer girls earlier had they not done that. If they weren't so like, I don't even know. There's a word for it. Not hypocritical.
I'm not sure.
There is a word for it. I just don't know. If they weren't like that.
If they weren't like this word.
What that word? Yes.
You know me.
Oh, too good.
Like they were fighting it. They weren't accepting of it. They're very
like they.
trying to be like alpha about it.
Like when you meet somebody and they pretend to be interested in whatever you're interested in, and then you see that they're fake. Kind of like that. That's what they're accusing girls of doing, pretending to be into games when they're actually not. Instead of just being like, "Oh, you're into games? Cool beans. I am too. Let's play." Like, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But yeah, it's good. Good to see a lot of like we went to Chewy Boba this weekend to, do some work and stuff like that. Had a little drawing session. Yeah, we saw a lot of people playing some fighting games. They brought their systems in, and we were witnessing this generation's fighting game community, which was really cool. Because we're still part of it, but we were part of it in the last generation as well. And I was like, hey, Jose, check it out. I was like, us in our 20s, after college, just play at University Mall, 3 hours long. Well, I don't gotta go anywhere.
Except now everybody's just in their bedroom.
Yeah, but
playing.
now
Same thing.
but they brought it to a shop, which is cool.
Yeah.
Because that's the closest you really get to an arcade scene these days. You can't walk into a place. The exciting thing about walking into an arcade was right before entering it, and to see the crowd's there, or for me, and then who's up, who's playing, I can't wait to put my quarter up. So you don't get that anymore because there aren't any arcades. You don't get that boiling tournament fighting blood like running. But when you walk into Chewy Boba, oh shit, you see someone play Marvel, it's like comes out again, and I was gonna transfer my Hong Kong dollars. I didn't have any cash on me. I was like, here, trade this for 50 cents. But then I looked at the player that was playing Marvel 2 at the time, and I'm like, oh wait, I'm just gonna mop the floor with them. I'm not gonna waste my time. I thought he might have been good, but you could tell a player that's, average or
Oh,
not.
yeah.
Yeah, so.
I met a girl gamer at the last tournament, and
Mhm.
just as hardcore as any of the males there. I was
Mhm.
like, so what did you think about this character in Tekken? Well, this character is pretty low tier, and I've
Yeah.
seen some tournament footage of her used pretty well, but I'm gonna go back and rewatch and see if I can learn something.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Watching tournament footage?
Of a
No.
gamer girl?
No
I just saw
tears?
hearts like on top of Jose's.
Aw.
Like, yeah.
I was so
Edit parts
impressed.
on his eyes.
Googling
Ouch!
Frame data?
What is this? Wow, where have you been? Oh. But yeah, just as dedicated as any of the guy gamers in there too. She was actually running the tournament. So,
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, neat.
Yep. So,
That's cool.
yeah, they're in there fighting too. So if you've ever had the inkling, just because you're a girl, don't think you can't play too.
Yeah,
Get in
it's
there
on
and fight.
the next tournament's this week. Wait,
No, next
it's this Friday.
Oh, this
yeah,
Friday?
yeah, it's this Friday. It's the 16th. It's Tampa Never Sleeps. That's you can look that up on Facebook. Tampa Never Sleeps. And Chewy Boba.
What time?
What
Like nighttime? I don't know why I said it so softly.
Modern time.
10. Around 9 or 10.
Okay. I might be able to make that one.
Yeah.
I still want my mochi. I want my mochi.
Oh, good stuff. Good stuff. Any parting thoughts for any gamer girls out there?
You want to make a listener question?
Listener question.
Yeah.
I don't know. Concerning gamer girls or just in general?
Oh, doesn't have to be about
You
gamer
mean
girls.
Sergeant.
I did have a question earlier and I forgot what it was. Oh, snap. Let me
Okay,
think.
I thought you thought of one. That's fine.
I did. I just forgot it.
So you want to talk about anything judo besides that?
Man, that's pretty much it. I'm just looking forward to seeing how these gamer girls do. They've been putting on quite a good show.
Are you
So,
gonna enter this tournament this Friday?
unfortunately not.
Oh.
I'll be out of town.
Oh, you are going out of town.
Yep. Yep.
Mm.
But I know the Grand Masters will represent for me. Yasmin will represent for me. She will drink as many boba teas as possible.
I didn't.
Mochi! Mochi! Eating all the mochi. They're gonna go bankrupt because we're bankrupt. That's dumb. When you eat so much, they're gonna pay me. What?
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go then. I'll probably go. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta
That
get
should
a
be
win.
fun.
I gotta get a win in there. So.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Listener question time.
All right. Anybody?
No,
Nah, no questions for this week.
I can't think of
okay.
anything.
Unless you want to think of one. You want to pose one?
I know I had one. I can't think of what it was. It was something we were talking about earlier. Something with the movies. I don't remember what it was.
Mm.
All right.
It was bothering me.
No?
No. I got nothing, sorry.
Can't think of anything?
No, that's gonna do it.
Fuck it.
Alright.
Shout outs.
Frankie, as usual.
Your host. Shoutouts. Shoutouts.
Then I'll go first.
Okay. I don't know what's going on. Am I supposed to go?
After me.
Okay.
Oh, man.
So, shout outs to Chewy Boba Company for throwing a great tournament 2 weeks ago, and they're gonna have an awesome one this week. Also, I would like to shout out to Tampa Horizons Computer Learning Centers for having a great computer certification program. I'll start taking that and getting my education.
Shit,
So,
yeah.
stay in school. Shout out to Yasmin.
Oh, I thought he was next.
Huh? I don't know. Were you done?
Weren't you next?
No, I was done.
You're done?
You're
Yep.
next.
Okay, I'm next. TFG, fightersgeneration.com, Frankie's website, our best friend, F. Yagami. He runs it all by himself. He's putting up some new content pretty soon. Look out for something epic, you can say. So you can find him on Facebook, Fighters Generation, Fighters Gen, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Definitely check out the YouTube page for all the hard-hitting Tekken action. He's a pro.
Undefeated.
Undefeated.
Is he undefeated?
No, definitely not undefeated.
Never mind. My only shout out is to the mochi.
He's
I just really want the mochi.
He's underhanded.
Oh.
Okay, so and let's see, Cybertron Cafe Facebook group.
East meets West.
Always like them. Hey. Alrighty.
This is the best episode so far.
Once you look into the abyss,
It's not going back.
now it
pretty
stares
much.
back, and you blink. That's right.
Crisis on Infinite Earths. What? What was that?
I don't know. I think we're done.
Take us away.
See you next time. Stay strong.
Down, 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 down. Down, 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 down.